Alright guys, morning, China Komaki here. Welcome to another episode. Well, it's a sunshine day. It's pretty nice. It's not like yesterday. By the way, this is the second day in Lübeck, in Germany. As you can see the background here, this is the Hostentor Museum, if I pronounce the name correctly. But anyway, as usual, today I'm going to, bring another topic. Unfortunately, after almost 2 years or more, I still have to talk about the topic COVID, right? As you all know, like 2 years ago, when the pandemic was spreading in China back to 2 years ago in Shanghai, I got start my English channel talking about the issues in China, or talking about the perspectives from a Chinese person's view about our own country, right? But yeah, so today's topic is Shanghai is backing to a status that the government, or the Chinese government, it's not only the Shanghai government, it's almost everywhere in each of the mega city in China, they are doing lockdown again. So recently, a lot of my friends, these are like very close friends or relatives. You saw them post pictures and videos, or just talking about the new lockdown in Shanghai. It's almost everywhere, especially in the district where a lot of migrants are residing. So let's bring back another topic, or an old new topic, which is isn't this proper to lock a lot of people in a certain area? Because in China, since this zero COVID policy, so every time when you lock down one local community, you ask everybody to do a COVID test. By meaning of the COVID test, it's basically like use the stick in your nose, and take some tissue and do the observation or something. So this is the daily life over there, and I have talking to some of my friends and even my wife. But my wife is living in sorry, my wife is living in a district which wasn't very severely infected by the Omicron variant. So my wife is fine, and my in-laws are fine, and my mother and my dad are also okay, because their local community is fine. But a lot of close relatives, they are living in a relatively remote area between the inner ring road, the middle ring road and the outer ring road. So in those districts like the Minhang and the Pudong area, right, you got severe lockdown. And so now, just in this morning, I heard my friends told me the local community, or the local CCP branch, allow people to get out the local community to buy food or buy vegetables for only 6 hours. So every family, you can pick up one healthy person and grant them some kind of like a pass, to go to supermarket, to go your grocery. That's why you see, the local vegetable market or the fresh market are flooding to, older generation, those like, 60s and 70s, all the grandpas and grandmas, they all flooding to those places to grab vegetables or grab fresh fish or something. So, well, the reason that I bring up this topic today is because there is a debate, right? In Sweden, since last year I came back to Sweden. I barely saw, the real lockdown as same as China, right? Sweden is more like the government is doing its job to guide people, to do a self-restriction. But now all the regulations and restrictions are already removed in Sweden. So that's why you don't see, I wear a mask, walk around, or you don't see I'm very careful or wear a glove in the hotel or whatever. So now I came to Germany, but surprisingly here it's different as the Nordic countries compared to Sweden. And here in the hotel they are still asking you a vaccination passport, which is a QR code issued by EU Medical Center or whatever. And they asked me to show it, and they will scan it, and if it's green, and it is fine for you. And in the hotel, it's quite restrict actually. You have to put on a mask in every indoor public area like restaurant or some museum, or you always need to prepare a mask to put it up. Otherwise people looking at you strangely. So I mean the COVID situation, even within the EU, for each different country, it's very different. But for me, I think it's necessary. Well, the Omicron is, very fastly spreading it. If you are fully vaccinated, well, people should chill, right? But, it's just my own opinion. A lot of people think, to put a restrict, regulation and to ask people to, to self manage well is a good way. And a lot of people are so scared about this virus. They think it's a killing virus. It was a killing virus in the first variant, but I don't know. I'm not an expert, but it's quite annoying. After two years. If you want to travel all around the world, you still have to be very prepared in terms of documentation, and equipment. I mean masks, and you have to be aware about the regulation in different countries because each country has its own regulation. It's not the entire EU. Apply a same. Policy that allows everyone doing the same thing. So yeah, since now I'm just traveling from Sweden to Germany, maybe later on I will enter France later if I can. Yeah, that's quite annoying. I really hope the real free time or the memory that I can still remember back in 2019, people can travel freely without any, concern about healthy. I mean, the virus is a real thing, and I heard a lot of people, got infected. Although their symptom is different, depending on different situation, different body condition, but. It is annoying, for the people who love to travel, or even you don't really love to travel from country to country. It is also a big thing, or it's also a alert, or it's also, especially in China, if you travel from province to province, it's almost like here you travel from one country to another, and every province has its own policy, and since in China the human rights isn't a thing. Because the medical, staff can do everything they want to do to you. I mean, they don't really care about your human rights. They can treat you badly, but it's really depending on different people, right? Wealthy people maybe will be treated better than the poor people. Migrant workers are not well treated, right? And yeah, well. I think this is what I almost want to say about the virus, which is now still spreading in China after the Winter Olympic Games. I mean, the virus respect China. It didn't spreading. It didn't spread during Eileen Gu winning a gold medal or something. The virus is really respect communism. Anyway, so yeah, I'm also a little bit sluggish. I don't know if I'm infected by or something here. I'm not feeling, energy pumped these 2 days. Maybe the day before yesterday, it was real intense traveling, and I stuck in the ferry terminal for a couple of hours. It was really, exhausted. But anyway, just quickly bring another topic for you guys. In Germany, in Lübeck, this is a nice city. I'm going to continue the trip and take some footages for a travel video. Anyway, hope you also, support my traveling videos. Thanks for your watching. See you next time. Cheers.